So the other day, me and my transgender girlfriend were, we were relating, and she was showing me pictures on her phone from when she was 5 and she was a little boy. Adorable little boy. I mean, just, blonde hair, blue eyes, and, had a little football. And then a year later, there's another picture, and it's the same blonde-haired, blue-eyed little boy, but he's clutching a dolly and wearing a dress. And she pointed out it was a guy dolly. And then, like, 2 years after that, she was convinced that was just a phase and went back to being just a guy again. And she has some more pictures of her, like, on the football team and working with power tools. And then after that, there's something went on with her dad, and now, then she started, like, growing her, he started growing, maybe I don't know, but the hair started growing long, and then she grew a mustache and had long hair, and she looked like she had tits, though I'm not sure how, and he was wearing a dress, and she was wearing work boots, and then that sparked some sort of contention in her small town, and so she had to move to a bigger town. But then she sparked some contention there and had to move to an even bigger town. And now, like, she's in LA because, I guess, and, migrated to LA, I guess, and now, like, she's trying to be a star. And, and I was looking at these pictures, and I was just becoming, like, more and more, I guess, she says withdrawn, she says I was becoming withdrawn, and, like, I was like, well, it's new to me, that's all. And she says, well, it's not that new. I mean, surely. Well, yeah, it's a little new to me. And then, like, she's like, and she just turned to me and she just said it right out. I don't think you're comfortable in my sexuality. And I said, well, no, I'm comfortable in your sexuality. She says, well, then maybe you're not comfortable in your sexuality. Well, no, I take my sexuality out and I examine it periodically, and it seems to be just fine. And, she's like, well, I have a question for you. And then she took out this giant bread knife, because, and it was like one of those, it wasn't one of those cheap, bread knives. It was like a $40 or $50 bread knife, and it was like, and then she had it, and she says, listen, I have a question for you. Do you think you could be a man without your dick? And I was like, I bet you couldn't even be a man without your dick. And I was like, well, and that's when the philosopher side of me kicked in and saved the day. And I says, like, well, physically, I don't think I could perform the functions of the male of my species without my penis. But if you're asking if I could uphold my levels of integrity and honor and be an ethical person and stand by my word, even though I don't have one, the answer is yes. And then there was this long moment of silence, and she lowered the bread knife and said, that's the calmest, most rational thing I've ever heard.